entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I address you tonight, but as a citizen of humanity. We are faced with the very gravest challenge.
Today on LFTP, we're going to discuss the importance of humor in prison. We're also going to interview two guests. One of them, Handsome Prince Cato, is a really good friend of ours, and the other one is Little Perm, our correspondent from the Blade. With that being said, let's get started. Lord Cato, here's the first question. Why is humor so important in prison?
Humor is important in prison because prison is too serious all the time. Everybody want to be serious, or everybody want to act hard and serious all the time. Go around acting hard all day, you're going to lose yourself. Always best to keep a good, stiff upper lip, smile, keep your personality.
Definitely. You got a lot of personality too, man. Even though we always dumping heads and beefing and stuff like that, I will go tell the public about it, but I don't really want to, man. You just gonna keep that between me and you. You know?
All right, then. I'll let that flag if you on the air. I'll let that flag.
I already know. I know I'm gonna get some slack for it, but don't worry about it. I'm prepared. I'm well prepared.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. I don't want Portia to hear you screaming.
Thank you for using GTL.
Who was that?
That was 7. His phone just hung up. Gina hung up on him. That's what we call the phone lady. So before you go, I'd like to tell our listeners a little bit about you. You're a really cool guy. You're one of my best friends. I've known you for a really long time.
Yeah, very handsome.
Very handsome. That's why they call him Handsome Prince Cato.
Yes.
You're a jokester. You're a writer. How many novels have you written? How many novels have you written now? Since you've been in here.
32.
32. Okay. And
32
you're a
novels
martial
and
artist.
3 short stories. Study wushu.
Wushu. You want to tell us a little bit about that? What you like about it?
Wushu give you discipline, and although you can you're real good at it. It teaches you how to walk away from different subjects and stuff like that. And all you gotta do is people see you practice and stuff. They pretty much leave you alone because they know what you can do. So then I like it for the discipline though, and it's good exercise.
Sweet. I like it. All right. You got anything you'd like to say to our listeners?
Not really. I'll think of some more jokes and I'll let y'all know because my jokes are funny.
Oh yeah.
People call them corny, dead jokes, but they're not.
Yeah. Speaking of your jokes, so from here on out in our episodes, whenever you hear we drop in a corny joke, Cato is our corny joke guru, so it'll be him that you're listening to. And he hates it when we call him corny jokes. But
because they're not corny, they're funny. It was better than Porsche's.
Here at Live from the Plantation, we call them corny jokes, but they make us laugh, and we hope they make you laugh too. Thanks, Cato. Thanks for joining us.
All right, then. See you. Chat for y'all later. Bye.
All right, Buster, bro.
All right, that was Little Perm. All right, that was Lord Cato. We're gonna humor in prison is great. So we're gonna have to talk to you a little bit about what humor in prison means to us. For me, prison is about laughing. We're either gonna laugh or we're gonna cry. And I know that's a cliche and you hear it all the time, but in prison that shit is real. I would much prefer to laugh and smile and be happy and make others laugh and smile and be happy than cry. Because there are times when I just go into my cell, sit down, and fucking cry. Because sometimes life in here is just bleak. So when you live in the darkness, you need light. And that light to us in prison, us convicts, is humor. And humor in prison is we have gallows humor, if you know what that is. It's oftentimes it's about horrible shit that goes on in here. We make fun of horrible shit that happens to us. So, one time a doctor a doctor raped me, which at some point in the future we'll talk about that. But I make fun of it because that's the only way to express something so fucking horrible. We turn it into a joke. That's gallows humor because we're always on the verge of being hung. That's what life is like on the plantation. When you're a slave, everything is a beatdown mentally, physically, whatever is going on. But in here, if you know how to laugh, you can have a good life. Guys are always saying to me in 7, why the fuck are you always smiling? We're smiling because the only other option is to be crying or be some miserable dude. Right, 7? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Every day we get it. Sure, man. Yeah. For me, I mean, it keeps you young, man. You know, smiling, laughter keeps you young, man. And you hit it right on the head, Jerry, man. It is gallows humor, and we try to find pockets of joy and laughter every day. I know I do. I find humor in almost everything. I ain't gonna hold you up, man.
For sure.
I kind of live off of it. You know, even me, I be walking around playing with people and stuff like that. You know, they're sending out false information just to see them, to see them running around like a chicken with their head cut off. They get back at me. They mad at me. They shouldn't have listened to it. They fall for it every time. But that's just the perfect example that, you need it, man. It's therapeutic, especially, like you say, dealing in this darkness. We waddle in the darkness every day. And we got to find some way to climb up out of there, And that's a perfect way to do it. It's one of the main reasons.
You have 1 minute remaining.
It's one of the main reasons why we keep our sanity here.
That's Gina on your line. You heard her, right?
Yeah, that's me, man. Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. But yeah, you know how it is, Jerry, man. We gonna correspond with Lil Perm, straight from the blade, man. Yeah, he a funny guy,
straight
man.
From the blade.
Yeah, he articulate as hell, but you gonna hear him, and he got a hell of a story for you, man. It's definitely humorous. It's definitely humorous, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Little Perm is a pimp from the West Coast that somehow ended up in a Michigan prison. And I don't know about you guys, but the pimps we got in Detroit they're nothing like them pimps from the West Coast.
Most definitely. Most definitely. The homeless pimp. See how that work out. We'll figure that out, man.
All right, everybody. Our next guest is Little Perm, our correspondent, live from the Blade. So right now, this episode is dealing with humor in prison, and Little Perm's one of the funniest motherfuckers you're ever gonna meet. So we're gonna have him tell you a little bit about himself to introduce our correspondent, and then he's gonna tell you why he thinks humor is important in prison. You ready, Little Perm?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, get ready. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us why you think humor is so important in prison.
Okay, well, my name is Lil Perm. That's my West Coast handle. When I was graced Las Vegas, Nevada, with my presence. I'm originally from Detroit. Where my handle is Snake, and I've also lived in Chicago. Where they just call me Sharif. And I think humor is very important in prison. Keep us all from killing each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? We basically, we locked in a cage, up under armed guard, away from our friends and family and the rest of civilization, with a bunch of convicted felons. So, yeah, humor is definitely important. For the sake of keeping the peace. But it's a double-edged sword. You got to be careful, because guys can use humor, as a way to attack you. You know what I'm saying? Or try to assassinate your character. The hate is real. The hate is real. There's a lot of haters,
definitely.
you know, and yeah, they will try to assassinate a pimp's character, you know, and you know they'll try to, you know, you gotta, you know, be able to recognize the difference between them laughing with you and laughing at you. You know,
Most definitely.
they, yeah, you know, and they'll try to play you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a pimp with a good eye can really, you know, discern. You know, you have to have a discerning eye because you can't play no games with the haters.
Okay then. Hey, Perm. Hey, this is a little bit off the record though, but how do they assassinate your character though?
Oh, how they try to assassinate my character? Oh well, you know, you just gotta watch the haters. Like anytime, you know, I notice, and I got friends, you know what I'm saying? I got friends, you know, in various places. I ain't gonna say hot places, but in various places. And you know, you just gotta watch them. Like when you come from the property room, you know, got you some new shoes or some sweats, you know, because the pimp got to be posing to be chosen at all times, you know. So you gotta keep it fresh, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, if they see you come, you know, collecting store items, you know what I'm saying, going to the property room, you know, buying brand new fresh shit, you know. And it's good to always have on some sunglasses, because see, then the sunglasses you can see the haters, you know. They're like, oh shit, you know, look at this nigga, oh man, now he got some new shit, you know what I'm saying? They be mad than a motherfucker when they see you, you know, with some fresh new crispy shit on, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's how you know who the haters is. So once you know who the haters are, you know what I'm saying, then you can, you know, you can watch out for them, make sure they don't try to assassinate your character. You know, those are the ones who are liable to try to use the humor, you know what I'm saying, to ridicule you, you know what I'm saying, attack your character, you know. And so you just gotta be, you know, aware of these things.
Oh yeah, see, look, man. Yeah.
You know, they be mostly, the haters is mostly like non-pimps, you know what I'm saying? They don't, you know, they refuse to accept whole dollars. They won't accept whole dollars, you know.
They don't accept whole dollars?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with them, man.
What that mean? What that mean, though? What that mean?
They just won't accept whole dollars, you know what I'm saying? They most of them are soft shoes, you know what I'm saying? They be trying to cover hoes,
soft
you
shoe.
know.
What's a soft shoe?
I don't. You know, a soft shoe, man. He, you know, the hoe is his girlfriend. They be on some real life domestic shit. You know what I'm saying? Me myself, I was never arrested for nothing domestic. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to cover hoes, you know, because you know, the name of the game is cop and blow. Hoes come and hoes go. You know, them hoes didn't come to stay. They came to pay and be on their way. That's why I put a hoe down as soon as she chews up, because a hoe see a stop sign if it's standing there long enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
The haters in the squares, you know, they run rest havens and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, we don't want to give them too much. We don't want to give them too much, Byron. We don't want to give them too much. You're giving the game away, man. I tell you, the game is to be sold, not to be sold.
That's right.
You can't be giving the game.
Sold, not to be sold.
You can't be giving the game away, man.
All right, man. All right, Lil Perm, that's enough. As you guys can see, Lil Perm's long-winded, but that's why we got him as our correspondent, because he's always going to give you the truth. And he's going to give it to you in a flowery ass way.
Most definitely, man. That's my dog.
Thanks for joining us, Lil Perm. We'll hit you when we need you. Absolutely, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's been absolutely delightful, man. And so you gotta keep it pimping, man. Keep it pimping.
Yeah, you know it. We always.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
What?
Yeah,
all right. All right. 7. Speaking of humor in prison, I think I should tell them about our next live from the Plantation episode, which is gonna be our.
Shoot.
Yeah, it's gonna be our serial killer spotlight. And I know that sounds fucked up. You're thinking, oh God, serial killer. But what we're gonna do, and we might use. What do you think? You think we should use Lil Perm for our first serial killer spotlight?
Why not? Bring him back.
Yeah. I think we will. We will. But we'll record that, tomorrow, or the next day, or something like that, because we'll close this one up. We've been going for quite a while. But in serial killer spotlight,
we've developed 10 scientific and slightly unscientific developed questions. 10 questions that we're going to ask whoever we put on the phone, and they're going to answer them. And then at the end of it, you, the listeners, are going to decide whether the person answering the questions is a serial killer with an S, S-E-R-I-A-L, or a serial killer with a C, C-E-R-E-A-L. You're going to take a vote, and you're going to decide.
You have 1 minute remaining.
There's Gina. She always knows when we're getting close to the end, doesn't she?
Most definitely. Yeah, she know what it is. She always on time.
Yeah. So don't forget to join us next time for Serial Killer Spotlight, and that's going to be something that we do repeatedly. Every 3 or 4 episodes we'll drop in a Serial Killer Spotlight because it's real fun, and I think that you as the listeners will really enjoy it. So what do we do here at Live from the Plantation, 7?
Break the chains, my.
Break the motherfucking chains. Yeah, that's right.
It is. Hey, then.
7, take us out.
All right, man, listen. Tune in next time. You already know. I already told you these things. If you're not tuning in, you better be asleep. And I wish you would sleep right now, because I'll wake your ass up with a left hook. Get in. Right. Get there. We always here.
Thank you for using GTL.